Welcome to the MEP Electrical Setup series. Whether you're working on a small renovation or a high-rise commercial project, the foundation of your BIM workflow determine your success. So in this video, I will show you how to build a robust project template, correctly link architectural models to your project to avoid coordination clashes. That also help you with your level setting for perfect documentation. So this goal for this particular episode, we are looking at the project setup, and we'll be choosing the template that will be required for this electrical project we're about to embark on. It's a small project actually. It's just to explain the workflow on how to set up your templates. While the second one is we are going to be linking the architectural model as well as the plumbing model and the mechanical model as well. Then when that is done, we will set the levels. So we'll begin this Revit 2026 is similar, it's kind of similar to previous version. So we start when you open it, this is what you have. You might not have exactly what I have here on my interface, or you have projects templates on the first thing you see when you open your Revit. And what you have to do next is under this model, we have models, we have families. You click on new under model if it's a new project you want to work on. And actually it's new because what we're about to do right now is new. You click on new, and when you click on the new, it will bring out a dialog box such as this one we have here. You'll see under this template file, this determines the template you are going to be working with. We have construction templates, we have the architectural templates, we have the structural templates, the mechanical templates, system templates, electrical templates. Alright, we can work with both the system template and the electrical template. And in some cases, you will see MEP template. But right now, let's just stick with the electrical template. Click on the electrical template. Make sure you have a project checked, and you click OK. Alright, so to bring you to this particular window where you have like four circle. This is a circle. These are actually elevation views. We have the north elevation, the east elevation, the south, and this is the west elevation view. So when you are here, the next thing you want to do, when we're going into the project proper, I'll have to explain what we have here on our left hand side, the property bar, the project browser, and other buttons and their functions. But right now, let's just stick to the goal, which is to link the architectural model. That is the second phase. We're going to be linking the architectural model, the mechanical file, and the plumbing file. So to do that, you look up on your screen where we have the file. The next ribbon is the architectural ribbon. We have the structural ribbon. We have the steel ribbon. So you want to move all the way to where we have insert. So when you click on insert, there are different ways you can link your architectural file, but let's just work with this one first. You click on insert. When you click on insert, you see different links here. We have the manage links, we have the link Revit, we have the link IFC. You can also link your AutoCAD file. All the file that we have here, the IFC, the CAD, all these are linkable to your Revit to work on. But we are sticking to the Revit file for now, so we click on link Revit file. It will bring up this window, so it will now be left for you now to run through your system, search for where you saved your where you have the architectural model. And in this case, I have it on my desktop under practice folder. Now, this is the architectural file. The self-contained is a small project we are going to be working on. This is the architectural file, self-contained, and the first one here is the mechanical and plumbing file. Okay, so we're going to link the two of them because we need to work with the two of them. First, we click on the architectural file, and under there is a positioning. You want to make sure that it is set to internal origin to internal origin, internal origin to internal origin. When you're done with that, you click on open. All right, this is a linked file. You can see it together with a grid line. This architectural file has just been linked. So you want to repeat the same process again. You go to insert, but instead of using insert, I want to show you another way of linking your file. You can go to manage. The same place you have insert, you can go to the end. Towards the end, you say manage. Click on manage, and right there you just go through all the options you have. You see where we have manage links. You click on manage links, kind of similar to what we did earlier, but this is another way. It will bring you to this window. On other Revit version it might be different, but it's something you can relate with. Where you have add, you click on add. You can see all the 5 formats you can link. You see images, you see PDF, topography, DWF, CAD format, IFC, but we're still sticking to Revit. So you click on Revit. Now it will bring you back to where you have your architectural model you want to do the electrical design for. Remember, we've linked the architectural file. So the next is the mechanical and plumbing. So we click open. It's taking time to load. All right, so we have all the linked file here. We have the architectural file, we have the mechanical and the plumbing file. So when you hit on close, you'll be able to see the architectural file, the mechanical file, everything in one view this way. It's still looking as if it's just the architectural file, but when you click on VG, it's called visibility graphics. You can access it from this your property bar that you have here. The first one is your property bar. On your left hand side, you see visibility graphics. There's a shortcut for it on your keyboard, that is VG. When you press VG, on the top tab that you have there, the last one, you see the model categories. We have the annotation categories, we have the analytical model categories, imported categories, and the rest. So what you want to do now is, what this does is, anything you have checked, yeah, anything you have marked will be visible on the window that is on your interface, your workstation. But whatever is not checked here will not appear on your workstation. And the reason you are not seeing some of the plumbing plan is because we've not checked them under visibility graphics, under these model categories. So you will need to have them checked, like these plumbing features. When you click on it, you checked it, you apply, and then you okay. You will now see all the plumbing features. We have the toilet, the sink, the shower. We have the this is a septic tank, and the rest. But right now we you can leave it visible, and you can also remove it by pressing VG. You will still go back to the plumbing features. You unchecked it so that it will not be visible on that plan. But we'll need it visible because we need to be able to see what the mechanical engineer did in his own plan so that we'll know how to structure whatever we're going to do electrically. You also need to that one was for the plumbing features. We need to look for the mechanical equipment as well. That should be under mechanical equipment. We need to have it checked as well to know what they did. Okay, I think that is about all. You click on apply and okay. All right, so these are the mechanical equipment. This is the indoor split AC. That was what the mechanical engineer used. We have indoor and outdoor split AC, and I think this should be. Now, if you are seeing some things you don't really know the shape because we don't have the legend here, you can hover with your cursor on that and you click on tab on your keyboard. When you click on tab, you'll be able to select and you left click on the equipment. You on the property bar, you see the name of the equipment. You see this is the toilet exhaust fan. This is the toilet exhaust fan. So you need all these things. You need the information regarding all these things so that when you are preparing your power plan, you know where to place, where to supply power to, where to put in your outlets. Okay, that is why you need to work with what the mechanical engineer did and also what the architectural architect did so that you have proper coordination of what you have in your design. Okay, so now with this done, we don't want to be seeing these grid lines. So yeah, same thing. What under visibility graphics, that is the VG we did earlier. You can make anything to disappear from your view, and you can also make things to appear that are not ready here. Okay, so just take the visibility graphics like a form of control you have over what you can see in your plan and what you don't want to see. So we don't want to see this grid line right now, so we press VG. Now, grid lines will not appear under this model category. Grid lines are under annotation categories. So we click on annotation categories, you scroll down to where you have G. Now these are the grids. You unchecked it because we don't want to see it. You uncheck and apply. Okay. Now you are now seeing a clear view of what we have here. Now you can see this external line that you have here around this your model, this external line. I think these are the roof footprints. Okay, these are the roof footprints. Uh, that shouldn't be a problem. Okay, so basically this is what we are going to be working with. Now that brings us to the last stage of the tutorial for today, which is setting your levels. Now we've linked the architectural file, we've selected the electrical template, we linked the architectural file, we linked the mechanical file, which is a combination of both the plumbing and the mechanical. So we've linked them, and the next thing is the level. Now, how do you set your levels? Levels are very, very important. How do you set your level on your project browser? On your project browser, you scroll down to where you have elevations. Okay, when we are into the design proper, I will explain. Okay, let me just give a brief explanation on what this left hand side main. The first one you see, sometimes you can interchange. You can have project browser at the top and properties down. Sometimes I don't even see them. What you need to do is you right click on empty space. When you right click on empty space, you can come down to where you have, you see, where you have these browsers. Those are the last two. You, if it's not checked, you not it will not appear on your left hand side, so you need to have it checked. This is a project browser, and the properties or window, you have to have it checked as well, so that you can have them appear on your work. So the first one is the properties, the second one is the project browser. Now for the properties, anything you click on within your workspace, this is where you get the information. The properties bar will give you information about whatever you click on. For example, this looks like a water heater, 50 liter. When I tap on it, because it's a linked file, I can't directly click on it. So I'll need to hover over it, then click tab on my keyboard and left click. When I left click, you see the name will pop up on your properties window. You get every information you want from this particular device here. It says a mechanical equipment, the name, water heat. You can get this liter, whatever information you need. You can get some of the information you can get from here. You can actually click on edit type. You change the type parameters of what you have, but that should be a different topic for another day. So that is what your property window does. It tells you about whatever you click on within this window here. The property bar will tell you everything, will give information about whatever device you click on here. Same thing can be done with this sync. When you click on it, see the name, toilet sync, the size and everything comes up. So that is that with the properties. What the second one is the project. Project is like this window you have here is telling you what level you're operating with. Now, on your floor plan, you can see this is more thicker compared to other ones here. That shows this is the level we are operating at right now. Level 0 lighting. You understand? So this can help us change between interface. Now this level 0, we can click on, double click on level 1. You see it has taken us to, because this building is just one level, it has taken us to the roof level. So this will change the interface completely. When you keep going, you start seeing the different interface. So this is what the project browser does. This is where you arrange your work. This will provide a platform that you can insert all your equipment, your electrical features, your lighting. That is what the project browser does. Okay. Now under this project browser, we can close some of these windows. We don't need them. Now, under this project browser, you can scroll down to where you have elevation. Elevation, you can see. Let me explain more about this viewport. The project browser is basically a viewport. Okay. Now we have the lighting, we have the power. Okay. Now it's separated into two parts: the lighting and the power. Lighting, as the name implies, is where you have you is the space where you place your lighting, you place your switches, and you show how they work. You explain how they are connected under lighting. Why the power plan is a different plan entirely, and that is where you have your distribution bus, how the power is distributed. You have your socket, that is your wall socket, your outlet, and the rest. You can create as many viewports you want depending on what you want. For example, if you are working on alarm plan, fire alarm, you will have to create a different viewport for them. I will show you how to do that later. But right now, we'll go to the last phase of today's tutorial, which is the level. Now, under power, you expand it. You see the floor plan, 3D view. Now we have the elevation. We have the east, the north, the south, and the west, like I was explaining earlier regarding these circles that we have here. These are the elevation. So we want to view this plan from, open one of the elevation, In this case, we choose east. Now, on the elevation view, this is where you see different levels that you can work with. This is the ground floor. This is the roof level. So you want to make sure that the level you have within the project is well aligned with the architectural levels. Okay, I just drag this out. This is the level within the project. This is the electrical template. It comes with just level 0 and level 1. Okay, so you want to make sure that this level aligns well with your architectural level. Okay, now these ones that are well labeled, like the roof height, the roof level, the ground floor, the foundation base, I believe these are the architectural level. Why this other one that we have here, when you click on it, like I said, whatever you click on within this space, the property bar will tell you everything you need to know about it. Now this self-contained M and P, that means this is the mechanical file. Okay, we are not working with the levels for the mechanical file. We only need to see the devices the mechanical engineer placed in his project. What we need to work with is the architectural level. Okay, so we are going to work with this architectural level where we have the foundation, the ground floor, the roof level, and the roof height. All right, so you click on your align tool, go to modify. On this your ribbon, that is the last option you have, modify. This is your align tool. Align tool. Okay, when you click on align, you want to make sure that your level 0 and the ground floor of the architectural level is the same, which is what we have here. Basically is the same thing. It's the same thing. So I want to align this level 1 to this level 2. That is the roof level for the architectural plan. So first you click on the roof level of the architectural plan, and then you click on your electrical level. Now the two levels are well aligned with the architectural level. Now you will need to change the name as well to rhyme with what you have on the architectural plan. Now this level is the ground floor. You can change this, change it to ground floor. Okay, when you are done, you click outside. Then this level 1 becomes a roof level. Roof levels. Click outside. Then you can also click and create similar. This is the button you use to create similar. Click and create similar, and you can create more levels, because by default it comes with 2 levels. But sometimes you can be working on duplex, you can be working on 3 suspended floors, you can be working on high-rise building that have so many floors. So sometimes there are different ways you can create level. The way I'm doing manually as a beginner right now, you do it manually, you get used to the interface. Then I will show you later on how you can automatically create these levels without doing it manually. Okay, you use your collaborate to do that, but for now let's just stick to this. Get used to how to do this manually. We need to make sure it's well aligned with the architectural level, so we click, we align, select your align to click on the architectural roof height, and then click on your level 2 to make sure it's well aligned, and then you change the name to what we have on the architectural file, that is a roof height. Okay, so that is it with your levels. Now the importance of making sure that whatever you have, your level on your electrical file is the same thing as what you have on your architectural file, is so that when you are placing your fixtures like your wall sockets, you'll be able to make proper reference with where the actual floor is on your architectural plan. Okay, it's just basically for accuracy, and it's very important. It's very important. So this is it for the first part. We've set the level, we've selected the electrical template, and we've linked all our file. Now the next step is to save. Click on file, you click on save as, and you go to project. You select project. Now we are going to save it where we have our architectural file and the mechanical file. This is self-contained. Now this is the electrical plan, so we'll just open bracket and put E there, and then we click save. Okay, it's very easy. Now this is how you set your plan. Now there's another thing I do to avoid, because sometimes some of this link you can mistakenly drag them about, and you don't want to be doing that. So what you do is, on your left hand side, you see where we have select. You see a drop down arrow. Click on that drop down. You can see select link, select underlay element, select pinned element, select element by face, drag element on selection. Make sure this is unchecked. It's unchecked so that you will not mistakenly misalign what you have in your project already. And sometimes what I do is, once I've linked everything I need, I can easily uncheck this select link so that I will not be able to click on the link. Another way you can go about it is select your link, click on pin. You can see pin here under modify tab. You see pin. When you pin it, you're not able to drag it. Now this is for the mechanical. You select the architectural file as well and you pin it. This way you'll not be able to. Now you can come here and click select pinned element. You unchecked it, or you can just leave it checked. And what I do mostly is to uncheck it. This way I'll not be able to select the pinned element and now focus on my electrical plan, do what I want to do without the fear of dragging anything out of coordination. Now with that one done, remember on our level 0 was referred to as, go back to the elevation. This was our level 0. We set it to be our ground floor because that is where we have our architectural ground floor. Why our level 1, this was our level 1, we change it to roof level because that was what we have on our architectural plan. So you want to make sure the same thing is happening on the viewport as well. Now on your lighting plan, a floor plan where you have 0, remember level 0, so you rename it and make it your ground floor. That is the way I do set it sometimes, so that one can make reference to it easier. Ground floor lighting plan. Change that. And remember this level 1, right click on it and rename it, becomes our roof level. Okay, now we can also write lighting plan, and then same thing for your ceiling plan, but there will be no need. We'll just stick to the first one. Now this lighting plan, this floor plan and the ceiling plan, on your ceiling plan is more of, okay, I will explain this when we start doing the lighting placements. I will explain more on that. And let's just stay away from lighting for now. We'll go to power. The same thing will be done here on level 0. We'll rename it as the ground floor power plan. Why the level 1. Remember, we want to make sure it's the same thing with the architectural plan so that we can relate with across all the projects. So we have here as roof level power plan. Okay, all right. Now we've set the level. This is all for this tutorial. The next tutorial we'll be going to lighting plan on how to set your lighting plan, how to arrange them properly, how to import your families. Okay. All right. Thanks for watching.